Welcome to Secura Law Experience. I'm Luis Elizalde, founder of Secura Law. I'm here with
Stephanie de la Millar.
And Eduardo Borgard.
Welcome again. Happy New Year.
Yes.
Second season, exacto. So we are here again. Thank you for all last year. It was an amazing year. A lot of experience. Really good podcast last year. But now we have a new challenge, 2024. So let's start. Do you have any questions about this? Any experience you want to tell us about last year?
Well, last year was about really getting out of the comfort zone for us and growing. The main goal right now in this new year is keep growing and establish ourselves more in the area so we could project to other zones. We love, basically to have everybody's business. We hope that with this podcast, we can reach out to more people, to you guys, to be able to give you that comfort and that security that we can handle your business. And as last year, we would like to have a lot of guests. I don't know if we would also like to try not only with brokers, but with clients.
Yeah, that will be great.
Like
could
a
be a
little
really
spin.
good idea. Yeah.
So we can continue with the guests and with the main topics that we talk when we're alone, right?
That could be a really, really good idea.
Yes, I would love to have here a client
Yeah.
talking about his experience. That will be amazing.
Yeah. And also remember, this year is a very special year for Secura Law. Do you know why?
No idea.
Come on.
No, it's our 10th anniversary. Yay, we made it. 10 years.
Yeah. Sounds like it was easy, sounds really fast, but when you start thinking about all the time that we spend and work on all of the closing, client, brokers, notaries, trustee banks, everybody, it's like, wow, 10 years already.
Yes.
So that's amazing. And it's a milestone, you can say, that we can reach.
Yes,
and we're going
definitely.
for another 100.
Of course.
So let's see.
We're getting where Disney is at right now. We're just slowly getting there.
So, but something that I have to say is that we are here, after 10 years, we're still here and we're going to continue to be here. And something that, because of the area and everything is not that normal, it's not that easy that an attorney or any, not only attorneys, any kind of company.
Business, yeah.
Yeah, any kind of business to be more than 10 years or minimum more than 5 years is almost not possible. And now with 10 years, it's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. Everybody wants to make a quick buck here. Looks like we are in the Mexican dream in this area because everybody comes
like,
with
yes.
with a dream and they want to make something happen because they don't see themselves where they're from, so they come here. But we're starting to get into the Doña Mari's territory because she's been like here, I don't know, 20.
Doña Maris?
Yeah.
What is that?
Restaurant.
Yeah. The one in the series.
She's one of the OGs.
Yeah, of course. Oh my God, no.
So we're one of select few that we get to the 10 years, and
but Doña Mari is.
She has like 30.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to be like Doña Mari.
Yeah, everybody knows her. Yeah, exactly.
There's a handful of businesses that have been around for that long here.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. Okay, that was like, thank you. It was like our previews for what is going to be this year, 10 years anniversary, new guest, could be clients, so that kind of experience. But I think that we can speak a little bit experience of
the past year.
Yeah, or one that we
The
just
one
spoken
that
about. Of course, not
was
name again, not name
no
of client,
names.
nothing. But that was crazy, that you are handled or we are handled two the client is selling and then buying.
At
And
the same time.
and in both was a lot of details that makes the closing not that smooth. We help to get it smooth at the end, but in the first one,
Yes,
Yeah,
smooth
no.
for the client, not for us, of
yeah,
course.
exactly. But what happened when was the selling? It was hard, but why?
It was hard because the buyer side was not cooperating a lot, and actually it was pretty straightforward closing because it was an assignment of rights.
Okay. The bank, I think we can say the bank.
And the bank, it was a Banco del Bajío, which
Ah.
is super easy to
Of
handle.
course.
An assignment of rights with Banco del Bajío is
Very friendly. Yeah.
piece of cake. So, but the thing is that the buyer came into the house earlier, so they start to find many things to be fixed, and we had to constantly remind them that it was sold as it is, and as it happens in many resales. I think that it's a very good point to establish.
But it was a walkthrough before the closing, or it was like get the possession before the closing?
Get the possession before before the closing. What a professional real estate agent normally does is to go with the client or for the client to the property and find out what needs to be fixed, and have an arrangement, a previous arrangement that it's included in the promissory contract about the list of the things that the seller is agreed to fix for the buyer before closing.
Also, times before the promissory contract in the offer, because they make the walkthrough, the buyer like the property and say, hey, yes, I love it, I want to buy it, but
Exactly.
we can fix this, will be amazing.
Exactly.
That would be the normal.
And that is an unilateral request. So it comes from the buyer, and at the promissory contract, it's stated as an obligation for the parties.
Perfect.
So that's why it's very important to add it in the promissory contract as a list of the things that need to be fixed. And when as of closing occurs, usually there comes some other things that the buyer requests to be added to this list. That will be challenging because at the end, the commitment was stated very clearly in the promissory contract, and trying to add new things could make the closing harder. And this is what happened.
Can we do a pause there? Because I think it's the first time, or not the first time, but just a refresh. What is a soft closing? Can you tell us, Ed?
It's a very interesting concept.
Exactly.
Allow me to.
Yeah, come on.
Well, a soft closing really is just a pre-step before the legal possession.
Okay.
Just to give to the client the access, the physical access to the property and the grounds. Usually that comes with some part of the payment, not in full, but like 80-90%, depending on the negotiation.
Why?
Because it depends on the responsibilities left for both parties. So if there's a little responsibility, you can give more. If there's a lot of items still to be handled, you give less to protect the buyer, right? So basically that is how it's handled. Soft closing is just a way for us to keep moving forward without getting stuck, and getting the possession exchanged for the parties and exchange for money, so we can keep the things going.
Okay.
I hope that's clear enough.
No, yeah, exactly. Like just the physical possession, and then you sign the title. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Continue.
Yes.
Sorry, no, I just want to do that.
That is very good because, yes, some clients say soft closing. What is that?
Exactly.
But that is a soft closing. So in the middle, it were a lot of things to be fixed, and there was an issue with the water receipt. that it came within the common areas. So it was kind of difficult to explain to the buyer how to pay the water service, and they were refusing to it. In the middle of that soft closing.
So when you pay, when you pay the maintenance fee, in the maintenance fee, it's included the water service?
In some
No, but
condominium
in this
regimes.
case? Okay.
I mean, it's not usual. Again, it's like soft closing. It's a solution that some condominium regimes have to handle the meters of the water. Just one for the entire condominium, and they split it accordingly to the consume.
That is bad. That is not correct.
We could talk about it for a whole episode. It's something.
Our producer is writing right now.
Yeah, it's not the ideal scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
What you would like to be.
Okay, we're getting material.
Same with the electricity, and I think that one is even
worse,
more complicated. So. But yes, all that specifications that were challenging for making the closing happen. And also there was some payments that they handled aside of the title, because they wanted to pay in cash. And you must know that there is a limit in a real estate transaction about how much cash in money, in real money, not in wire transfers, how much cash you can deliver directly to the seller, that it's allowed by the law. Currently, I think it's about 800,000 pesos.
Maybe it changed a little bit more because already we changed the year.
2000.
We have to find out, and if we can add that, will be during the video.
Mm-hmm.
The amount will be exactly, will be will be great. Okay, awesome.
So handling all of that information that it was not part of the legal commitment was also very challenging.
But that's something that they do by themselves.
Yes, that was an agreement that actually it didn't even was mentioned in the contract.
Wow. Okay.
So
that's the reason. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they did it in that way. I think it was because the buyer and the seller had a personal approach. They met each other, and I think it was not very good for the closing.
Wow.
Because first of all, the buyer was trying to avoid the seller's real estate agent.
Oh my God!
One of those.
That's a problem, when sometimes they don't feel like, hey, what's the problem? Let's put in contact seller with buyer, but it's like totally a mess with that, because they think, hey, I can do this, like take out the broker.
Give me a discount.
Give me a discount. We don't need attorneys. We need this. And it's not because you cannot do it by yourself, but when there is a problem, it's crazy. And maybe that kind of problem, a closing that could be 3 months, it could take 3-4 years because they already fight or...
Mm-hmm. And it will be, I'm talking to you, client. It will be really awkward to have these issues with a person that is buying from you or that is selling to you. It will be extremely awkward to face these problems. So it's better to always blame to the lawyer. Talk to the lawyer. It's not my idea. It comes from the lawyer.
Yeah.
And it's a peace of mind for you instead of facing.
I have mixed feelings about that. I could agree to disagree with you guys, because I've had both. I had horrible situations where clients meet, and I've had also wonderful ones where it actually made the difference, that both parties sat down and said, hey, what do we need to do?
But question, when in the cases that it turned well, when they met,
when
at what time
things
of the
were
process?
going sideways, when the closing started to get complicated.
But they already had a promissory contract signed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that is the difference.
Exactly.
You see?
Like they sat down and they faced each other and say, "Hey, I am willing to do this and that, or let's meet in the middle," and that saves much more time than having a middleman like the brokers and then the lawyers, and get some mixed communication there.
But when they are still negotiating in the
It's
part
not
of the
wise.
offer,
Exactly.
it's not a good idea because of that. Because they will say, "Okay, put me that curtains." No, I won't. Oh,
And
try to pull out.
They could feel like they're getting bullied around, right, by the other party.
And most of the times,
sometimes depends also in the real estate agent, you know, because sometimes the real estate agent has a really open mind and looking to have a really good really good agreement between seller and buyer, or there is broker that are only looking for their own benefit. And no, if you don't pay this amount, we don't sell or we don't buy, you know, that kind of thing that don't make sense. But normally when they reach or they meet after the promissory contract, it's really hard that goes really wrong.
Yeah.
I think that is the key.
Helps solve a lot of problems and cut the middleman in the communication.
Yes,
sometimes that messes up the entire timing of the closing.
I had the experience that if they sign the contract and after they meet and they hate them, I don't know why.
They hate each other?
Yeah.
Like,
but hate. But because they already have a promissory contract, they say, "Hey, I'm gonna sign at 9 a.m. and the buyer is gonna sign at 10 a.m." You know, they don't even want to be in the same room.
I don't see that guy anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of crazy, but we make it happen because it's already the contract. We follow the steps. We do everything as possible to make it more smooth without any more problem between them. Yeah. And at the end, they don't even see their faces at the end. One sign in one time, in some hour, and the other in another hour, and that's it. You know, it's crazy. Yeah. But the promissory contract makes total the difference.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
So, sorry, we come back to that, to your experience.
To that story. In the middle of that situation, he had an offer to buy another house. Everything was doing pretty well. The closing was handled entirely by us. And it was an extension of an existing trust with the Scotiabank, and he was creating his own with Banco del Bajío. And
wait, I kind of lost. So he is selling?
He's selling.
And then buying. Okay,
buying
got it.
At the same time.
Okay, got it.
I mean, he got the offer to sell the house. And when he got that, he decided to put an offer to buy another house.
Oh, awesome.
And this closing of he buying the house was doing pretty well until the seller died. So,
oh my God.
Yes. And he has 3 properties in the same trust. So his wife wanted to keep the other 2 and only sell the one that is committed in the offer. So we started. Actually, it was already the promissory contract signed, and we were approaching to the closing date when he suddenly, unfortunately, died. He was a great guy, so I really, truly sorry about his death. And we continue with the process, but Scotiabank needed the acknowledgement of the substitute beneficiary. His wife, of course, of her grief and all the situation that he was going through, he wanted to come back to Canada because they were from Canada. And it was more complicated because we had to formalize a lot of letters, documents, translate the
and we have to legalize. Sorry, but we have to legalize because it's Canada and it's not that.
Exactly.
In the United States, you can get the apostille kind of easy. You have to legalize. They are not in the how do you say it in English?
Convention. Egg convention.
El de la Convención de la Haya.
Convention of the egg.
Oh,
egg.
Okay.
Egg, like egg. No.
Okay. Canada is not there.
Yeah.
So we have to legalize all the documents to be legal in Mexico, and that makes a little difficult.
It was so complicated that because she's an old person, so it was so complicated for her that at the end she decided to come down to Mexico to execute the deed.
So that was the easier. Yeah, of course, totally makes sense because
Yes.
it's a procedure that for us that as Mexican that we understand as an attorney, try to explain to a foreign that never see that kind of documents or process, and we have to explain it. Like we try always all the time to be very, very simple, keep it simple so they can understand everything. But it's not that easy, you know. So it was good idea and good option that she came back.
We advise that, it's getting so complicated to you. So if you are able to come for the end of the year to spend the holidays here, at the end, you still have another 2 houses to be stated at. So if you want to come, it will be great. And she did, thank God. So we are now ready for the closing, but it was a process that took us. He died in August.
Yeah, exactly. And makes sense. And it was fast, 6 months.
What fast? What?
No, to get the process. No, there is another closing that not only died one, died two. Remember that it was first, and the next week the other beneficiary of the trust passed away. So then there was 3 kids, and the 3 kids say, no, I don't care about that property, and it was only one, and it took
care of everything.
More than 2 years. And it's because the family, is
Still getting
and this was kind of fast. 6 months. I know, no sound like that fast, but we're talking someone dead, properties, trusted banks, legalization of documents. It's like 6 months.
Pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, we obviously were following up constantly about the paperwork and everything, pursuing the trustee bank that it's hard to get the approval because it depends from the board of directors of a division of the bank.
And they meet one time in a week, right? So it's
one time in a month.
Pooh.
Every month. So
no, it's crazy.
It's crazy. They are trying to speed up their processes, but so far, yes, it's hard. It's hard with most of the banks. I have to say that I know that we sound like we are sponsored by Banco del Bajío.
Yeah,
but no. But it is.
Really
they
no.
have a really good service. And
because everything is here, And Scotiabank used to be a really good bank. Then has like a bump. And like last year, I think they are coming back, I'm feeling that they are looking to get the business again. And I don't feel that it's gonna be, or it's not gonna take too much time to get back, that was to be, because it's a really good bank. The guys that are working there, they are really good. So
here's another idea. Why don't we, to don't look biased, give their spotlight to each delegate, like invite them, like the clients and stuff, to have a talk with them so the people that see the podcast can
that will be great.
Watch them and see how they talk and get their trust.
They seem to be busy.
We'll try.
The thing, we're gonna try, but the thing is that normally they can come as representative of the bank.
Yeah.
They will come as the person, exactly, by themselves, professionals or with the expertise that they know, but they cannot, for example, if we invite someone, let's say Bancomer, if we invite them, we are not going to say, hey, we have the representative of Bancomer, I think we cannot do that. Or if we get the permission from Bancomer to put them. Yeah, it's that little things that maybe we can make it work. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it's a part of like, if they're trying to grow their business, this is a good spotlight for them to project.
Yeah, let's
Others.
speak with them. Let's see if they want.
Yes.
So, clients, brokers,
And banks.
banks could be good. Good
Yeah.
idea.
That would be
So
great.
whenever you're gonna choose the bank, first watch our videos. Give us some clicks.
Exactly.
Exactly. See if you like them, you know?
Yeah, I really like
is
that guy. I'm
also-
going-
Don't forget to
Uh-huh.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Activate all the notifications
Yeah.
and so on. Okay.
Yeah,
I
sounds
think-
really smooth, that commercial. Okay. So he passed away. She come back. That was in the buying part when the client is buying the other property. But in the selling,
In the selling, at the end, everything turned well. We had a very complicated closing because they were looking for every detail to be very have aggressive comments. I don't know why. I don't know if the attorney, the buyer's attorney, was not very familiar with closing, with escrow, because obviously we use it escrow. But at the end, we made it. Also, the notary was not helping at all. That's why I actually, in these last days, I was advising to our clients, okay, you can choose whatever notary that you want, but your notary and your attorney have to be connected and work
as one.
exactly side to side, because we had experiences with some notaries that we don't know and they don't know us, so it's complicated. Okay, I need this document but I don't have it, so I really don't know this lawyer, mean us, and so I don't know if I can rely on them, so I will better to sit down this deed until I figure out, and sometimes that figure out can take years to having the deed sitting down there in their desk.
Yeah.
I just closed one like that after almost 2 years.
Oh my god.
No,
Yeah.
it was more. This was 3 years.
Yeah.
Which one? With
This-
Bancomer?
No, the one with the notary 13th.
Mhm.
Oh my! Oh,
It was
yeah,
exactly like that.
exactly. And they changed and changed attorneys and it. Oh, I remember it was crazy. Yeah.
And it was pretty simple.
They don't know that we are the attorneys,
Yes,
or
they don't trust
care.
us. They don't think that we will get their documentation on time. So they.
But the
they
new
prefer-
attorneys, because as soon as we speak with the notary,
Yeah,
it at the
helped
end,
a lot.
yeah, of course, and they paid everything.
Yeah.
After 2 years, because they put the file on the desk, and every attorney that arrived into that notary,
Ignored it.
hey, but you have to do this, it's already paid, the permits, you have everything. Yeah, whatever, and they don't care. It
Yep.
was crazy. Yeah,
So it's
good one. Yeah, that was a good experience.
Oh yeah.
Not for the client, sorry,
Not for the client.
but that's something that it wasn't our client, but at the end we
Stepped up.
exactly, because the broker was like desperate.
Help me, guys.
Yeah, we it was like pro
SOS.
bono.
Yeah, it was
We
a pro
didn't
bono.
charge anything for that, and we got it at the end.
Yep, definitely.
We got it Secura, but at the end it was Eduardo. Yeah.
Secure.
Yeah, so that is a thing that I think we have to bear in mind at the point of appointing the notary, to make sure that the notary and your lawyer have a good relationship and a good connection and good communication, so you can be sure that the work will be completed and it will be done in a timely way.
Yeah, totally. I think that could be the best advice for today. To be one with the notary, and the client has to understand that, because of course the notary is one that give the faith, or how can formalize the transaction, but the one that is keeping everything that makes happen is the attorney. So if the attorney and the notary are in the same page, and both of them trust each other, I think the closing, all the little details after the signature of the buyers and seller, we can handle all of that with the when we have that trust with the notary. If we don't trust the notary and hey, we need to pay the ISABI, that is the acquisition tax. With the notaries that we know, we can push them. We can know, hey, show me that you already pay. And there is other notaries, they don't care. Hey, what you care? It's not your business. You don't have to, and you cannot push them. And at the end, it's like you cannot go with a gun and say, hey, give me the ISABI.
Yeah,
You know, that kind of thing.
definitely.
You can, but
No, you can't. So that little things makes a huge difference to get the title for the clients. Totally agree. And I think it's good too that we tell the client, we try all the time to be very nice and really give a really good service, but also really the perfect information for the client. I think it's the most important to explain that if we are not in the same page with the notary, maybe the title, and it's not because the notary is not going to do the job, but the title is going to take more time, or we cannot tell them updates what is going on with the recording of the title, because we cannot handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good one. Really good advice.
Well,
You have to be one.
Yeah. So at the end, it was good. It was another
good.
experience.
of course, yes, a lot of pressure, but that is how you learn and I think improve your skills.
So we're beginning this year. That of course that experience of the last year, and we're keep talking about the experience of years that we already passed. But we are gonna create new ones, and I think that the only thing that I have to say is thank you to everybody. Thank you, Ed, Stephanie. Thank you for all the work. Thank you for the client. Thank you for everything for these 10 years. And thank you for the 2023. And let's do it in 2024.
Let's rock the 2024.
Exactly. Last words.
Just to break it up, we're gonna keep improving. We're gonna keep growing the office. We're trying to reach new clients through new ways. This is one of them. We're going to continue growing this part of the social media of
Totally.
the firm. Be seated because we're gonna do some new ways to try to innovate the business that we're in. That's what we like. We
Of
don't like
course.
to be like the same every time. So thank you, and we'll surprise you guys with new stuff this year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.